welcome to our announcements for January 2025. Dan, we always start these off with a moment of gratitude.
Yes, we
have lots of things to be
lots
grateful
of
for.
things to be grateful for. Beginning of a new year.
Yep.
Also, we just want to name that we had a wonderful response from the generosity of this congregation. This congregation always comes through and is always generous. We sent out a little letter at the end of the year letting everybody know where we were financially. At that point, we were about $100,000 behind in our budget. And our budget for the year was, we were hoping for $800,000 from the congregation, which is a pretty big gift.
Yeah.
And the congregation at the time of the filming that we're filming right now has actually given $900,000
Wow, that's amazing.
to this year's budget, which means in 2025, our budget is for $895,000. We increased it by 5%. We heard Brian talk about that.
Yep.
And we just have a lot of confidence that we're going to be able to do that this year. What that means, this is the exciting part of that. I mean, not only that you are all generous people, and thank you, but that means that 10% of what we give as a church goes to mission in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that means $90,000 will be given to mission in our community because of your generosity. So Tim and his mission funding team are eagerly at work to try to figure out how to give away that extra money. And also by the filming of this announcement, our capital campaign has exceeded $1.8 million, and 10% of that, which means $180,000, will be given to mission in this community as well. That's $270,000 in the coming year that we'll get to give away to our mission partners and other people around the world in our community. So well done to everybody.
Yes.
What a great moment of gratitude.
It really is a moment of gratitude. This past year, the giving has been amazing, and I know it will continue. And Dan, I know you mentioned this. We're going to talk about first quarter missions partners in a second, but on January 12th, in person, we get to celebrate.
We do, yes.
Campaign,
yeah,
correct?
we're going to, in person, we're going to have a celebration of Make a Joyful Noise.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a joyful noise
Yes.
in that time at both of our worship services and also on our online service. So for those of you that worship online, we'll have a special adaptation of that for you as well. So we hope that you plan to come out and celebrate all the great giving that's happened in the last year. In a year of uncertainty, this congregation has just been so, their hearts are overflowing with love for God, and we're grateful for you.
Yeah, and now we are also grateful for our mission partners that we have. And throughout the year, if you are new to First Presbyterian and how we work, each quarter is different in how we give to our mission partners. And our mission partner offering for the first quarter this year is going to our mission partners that help people struggling with food insecurities, which is obviously a very important thing to be giving to at this time and all year round. But the mission partners that we have lined up for quarter number one are Lancaster-based Power Packs, which Dan's going to talk on in just a second. We also have Anchor Lancaster. We've been partners with them for quite a long time. And then Rise Against Hunger. You might remember we had that food packing event back in September. So three great organizations, but Power Packs is the one that there may be some people out there that don't know what that
if you haven't heard of Power Packs, go online and figure it out. It's a national organization that provides food to families who are experiencing food insecurity, but it works through the public school systems, and we're really excited to be partnered with them. So kids can be able to go to school and then pick up food supplies to be able to take back home to their families, and it's a wonderful way to be able to provide necessary food to people who are experiencing food insecurity, which is really a dear thing to our hearts, and particularly as Lancastrians who are so rooted to our land and to the food that we can grow here. So this is a great way to take care of people. We'll hope you give to it.
Yeah, and you can give to that mission partner offering by going onto Realm. You can mail that in, or if you're coming in person, you can drop that off as well. Other things to remind you about, we have some volunteer opportunities each quarter. In January, we're going to have a First Reformed meal. We're also going to have some things down at, let me find it, at the food pantry. And if you are interested and able to volunteer for those sorts of things, reach out to Patty. Patty has the dates and the times for those two things. You can also be checking out our bi-weekly emails that are coming your way. those will give you more information on how to be volunteering in that capacity.
And these volunteer opportunities not only give you a chance to serve, they really give you a wonderful opportunity to connect with other like-minded people in the church. I'm really excited to see the way that community is building and growing in this church. People are getting to know each other by serving together.
Yeah.
So we hope you'll join in that.
Yeah. And now also, Dan, we also have another First Followers
We do.
starting, correct?
So yes, First Followers program. The beginning of the year is oftentimes when people start to think about new commitments they want to make or resolutions that they're making in their lives. Sometimes folks will say, you know, this year I really want to study the Bible a little more or grow in my prayer life. And First Followers is the program for you if you're looking for that kind of commitment this year. It's a one-year adult program that helps people not only build community together, but to study some of the things of spiritual formation, how God grows us and matures us in faith and the fruits of the Spirit. So we read a lot of books together, we bring some speakers in, and we have some retreats together. We always eat together. We meet once a month for about 5 hours. And we'd love if you would reach out and find out about that. If you're watching this early in the month of January, you still have time to get in. So just reach out to me, and I'd be glad to plug you into this program. We start this every 6 months, and this is the time for you to jump in.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're emailing down on the bottom of the screen is the email to send that to. And Dan, the last thing we want to remind everybody about is each January we have officers that are done and are leaving their roles, and we are always welcoming in new officers.
Yes,
correct?
This year, one of our elders, Randy Schreckengost, has completed his term as an elder. We've also had Frank Altdorfer, who's been the president of our trustees and did some fabulous work with the trustees right through COVID. And he's finished his term, and Barbara Bobin as well has finished her term as a trustee. So we're grateful for them, but we're bringing on some wonderful new officers, deacons, trustees, and elders. They will be installed on the last Sunday of January. But I also want to just tell about what I'm very excited. We do an officer retreat every year. So the last Friday and the last Saturday of the month, all of the officers come out to think together, pray together, plan together. But Friday night, we have a special gathering that actually all of you would be invited to as well. We bring in at least 20 of our mission partners from around the city. We eat together with them. They get to tell us at the tables what we can learn about their ministries, how we can serve, and how we can give in this coming year. We'll also have 2 keynote speakers, the executive directors of CAP and of the United Way, who will tell us about how they have seen the needs of our community change from 2024 to 2025. Really important work as we think to be our best as a church for this community. I get excited, Andy, about how more and more this church becomes the kind of place that if we were ever to close, the community would say, oh, what happened to First Presbyterian Church? Because we're making this kind of impact with our mission partners. So I hope you'll think about coming out on Friday and pray for our elders and trustees and deacons on that weekend.
Yeah, and make sure you're checking those emails. That'll give you more information. Make sure you're reaching out. If you want to be involved in that and come to that, let us know. We obviously love to know how many people are coming.
Right, because we got to feed everybody. We'll need to know that and make room for you.
But as Dan said, we are not just about worshiping here at First Presbyterian Church. We are about serving our community around us and the world around us. So thank you for worshiping and serving with us here at FPC.